Hi and welcome to Articulation for High Schoolers. This is a new tutorial because this deck has recently had a makeover. It is so large and contains 244 cards that allow you to target 8 different phonemes in all positions. So due to its size, it was giving us some trouble. So we've gone ahead and split it into 2 decks for your convenience and to really have it be a great tool for you that doesn't give you any trouble at all. So this is the deck that includes S, Z, CH, and SH. And to get started, you just press enter, and this is what the new page, the new navigation page, is going to look like. So I'll point out we have navigation here. This takes you back to the original page. Enter is going to take you inside, and then you click on the phoneme you want to target. So it says choose a sound to practice. Let's go with S. So here's the structure of each page. Now I said that we had a makeover to this resource, so I've added 3 new aspects to it that are going to make it really useful for you with your students. So I've added the initial, medial, and final quick navigation. It helps you quickly jump through to the position you'd like to target, okay? So this resource, every phoneme comes with 30 target words, 10 for each position, and sometimes if your student's having success at the initial position, maybe you want to jump over to the medial or final. So this helps you do it really quickly. Now, I've also added in these text boxes right here that allow you to type up to a paragraph, and you can use that for a model for whatever level you are at. And down here you can use it for self-reflection and for planning how you're going to be targeting the phoneme on the next card or in the next session, okay? So it helps your student think out loud and then write it down, okay? So those are the new features. Also this one right here. So this is a transparent square that's going to let your student really show off their knowledge of the position of their sound. So this is something that we do with younger kids, you know, where is your sound in the word? And with high schoolers, they really should know it, so it's not going to be a new skill that they're learning, but it's good to review it because it helps them really zone in on like where their sound is in the word. And that might be really useful once they get up to the sentence or story level, because then they have that visual right there that it's in that initial position. Okay, so I mentioned that you can use this with elementary students, and it is targeted for high schoolers simply because it doesn't have those cutesy clip art pictures in it. But you can use this with elementary, middle school, and high school. I've used it with every single grade, and it works. So don't steer away from using it with your younger kids too, simply because it has high schoolers in it. All right. So here we have a visual mouth cue for the sound, and then here's the star system. I'm going to quickly explain it just in case you haven't seen the first tutorial. So it says put a star on each box that you complete using your target word. So what I would do to start is I would go ahead and point out the mouth cue. I'd have my student look into the camera if we're doing teletherapy, or just have a mirror out handy if we're doing it in the classroom on an iPad, okay? Make sure they have the S in the initial position. Then together we're going to figure out where is our word, where is our sound, right? It's in the initial position. We've moved the square over, okay? And then for word level, we're just going to type in the word, okay? Sit. That part might not even be necessary because it's up here. All right, but once they've set it at the word level, let's say 3 repetitions, you can place a star on top, and that lets you know that they've completed it at the word level. So the next one will be phrase level. So let's say sit on chair. Okay, so phrase level, and then a sentence level, we're going to make it a little bit longer and say, my sister. Let's see, we don't want to change the word. How about this? We'll go sit on the chair over there. Okay, that could be our sentence. And then to make it a story, you just make it a little bit longer. So use this here to model the sentence for your student. Think of this as like a mini whiteboard. And down here, since this is closer to your rate your sound category, you can use this for self-reflection. So maybe we stopped here because your student didn't have success on this sound at the story level. Note that down here and say, I didn't have success at the story level, however, at the sentence and phrase and word level, I had success because I did this, this, and this. Next time I'm going to do this and this. Or I made it all the way to the story level and I had success, right? Or maybe today you just made it to this level, but that was a new level for your student. That's wonderful. Write it here and write how it made them feel, and then talk about what we're going to do on the next card or the next session, okay? So here we have incorrect, improving, correct. This is for your student to rate their own sound. What I like to do, especially during teletherapy, is I simply open a new browser and I'm going to pull up a voice recording app. There's a ton of free ones that you can pull up. Just type in voice recorder on Google and have your student record the word at whatever level whatever level you are targeting, okay? And then you have it played back, and then you guys can vote on how they did, okay? So really take advantage of having the technology available to you to just record your student and pair it with this. Now, another thing I would recommend is not on this one because everyone knows what the word sit means, but some of the vocabulary in here, especially in the TH part, right? We have some words that we don't often use, and I would recommend you pull up the dictionary, dictionary.com, and you can have your student look up the definition, and they can use that for their sentence level. Or even to inspire a story level, okay? Another thing that you can do with this resource is pull up Google again and pull up the image of the target word to inspire them for a sentence or story level, because they'll have the picture to see and describe, okay? Now I'll point out here that if you click incorrect or improving, this isn't really to score, to like give a grade. It's just to build their self-awareness, but you could use it for data, okay? So if they have incorrect or improving, it's going to give them negative feedback when I hit this. Oops. So it'll say you haven't found all the correct answers. It's just letting you know that they got it incorrect here. Now, if they got it correct, they can press this and it'll also let them know, hey, you've got it correct. Okay, so now let me show you the initial, medial, final. So we're on soup right now. So we have initial, and then medial, baseball, and then final for bus. Okay, and then to get back to choose a new sound, let's say you're using this with a mixed group, you can just jump right over here and you can click on to a different sound, okay? Now the other deck is going to be bundled together in the Boom Learning Store, and if you owned the first deck before the new makeover, you simply go to that bundle and download the second deck. It's not going to cost you anything additional. And if this is the first time you are discovering this deck, just go buy the bundle. It's going to be the same price that it always is. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can just send me a message or reach out to me on Instagram or anywhere else, okay? And I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope this is just such an incredibly useful, functional tool for your speech therapy toolbox.